may not be willing to say it, but I am. Baby, I... Oh, excuse me, I must have had something lodged in my throat. That was just a practice run. This one's the real deal. Okay, here we go. Baby, I... Oh. Okay, wait. This time, for reals. I'm going to say it. Baby cakes, I love orange. God damn it! Hey you, don't point at yourself like, is he talking to me? Yes, I'm talking to you. Put down that pizza, put down that mouse, put down that drink, and listen up. Tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm actually going to be on a live show called the Shoujo-Cast, where I'll be talking about Kiss Him, Not Me, and also the romance genre. And if you'd like to join in that chat, which will be in about 30 minutes from now, you can click this link up here, or you can click the link in the description. I highly recommend that you go check it out. It's going to be really fun. I get to re-team with Bryn from Bryn's Fandoms and meet Anime Intensity. Super excited. Well, now that I got that out of the way, let's get to the video that you actually came to see. Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy, back with another review for BCG Romance Month. And this time I'll be reviewing the anime Say I Love You. Now, Say I Love You follows Mei Tachibana, a shy, passive high school girl who keeps her distance from people and has no friends. But this all changes one day when she meets Yamato Kurosawa, who grows an interest in her, and the two of them start hanging out more and begin dating. And from here, we just see their romance blossom, as well as seeing Mei open up not only to Yamato, but to other people. Now, just like Maid-sama and Orange, I've heard a lot about Say I Love You, and many people have requested me to watch and review it over the years. Hell, Ben Tuttle, the creator of BCG Rumble, Pen Peru, and a fantastic artist and friend, considers Say I Love You one of his favorite shoujo anime of all time. So needless to say, I've been pretty curious to check this one out for myself. And from what I saw from the pictures and other things, it looked decent enough. It didn't look like spectacular or something that could blow my mind, be the best shoujo anime I've ever seen. But it looked like it would give me exactly what I want to see in a shoujo romance. And that's exactly what it did. It gave me everything that I wanted to see, but just a little bit more than I expected as well. Needless to say, the animation here is solid. Cute character designs, lovely backgrounds, everything that you come to expect from a shoujo anime. The Japanese voice acting once again delivers. They all emoted well and gave stellar performances. One thing in the anime that really caught my ear was the lovely and serene opening theme. I'm not kidding when I say that it's probably the best opening theme for a shoujo anime I've heard all year. I fell in love with it. And it reminded me so much of the opening theme from Maho Romantic. You guys remember that one anime about that robot girl that is about to die in a year and she ends up living with the son of the guy that created her? It's like this really silly romantic comedy that becomes a heavy drama by the end, which I absolutely hated. Sidetracking aside, the opening theme to Say I Love You perfectly captures the overall tone of the anime. It's sweet, it's gentle, it's heartwarming, it's innocent, it's cute, and it's oh so lovely. Now, in regards to the story, it's pretty standard fare here, especially for a modern day shoujo anime. Nothing terrible, mind you, but nothing truly fantastic or spectacular. It's a solid story, it's very well told, and I was interested throughout. The one thing that I found the most fascinating about the story actually deals with its central theme, which is insecurity. Whether the story tackled insecurity in regards to one's looks, one's social standing, or the inferiority complex that some of the characters felt when compared to other characters or when being around other characters, the execution was top notch. I have not seen insecurity in a story handled this good since Sakura no Pet Nakanajo. I also want to give the story props for two more things. One, just how well they handled the drama in the anime. It never once came off as overbearing or annoying or irritating. The drama was very well handled and it led to a lot of character growth, which is what the drama needs to do. It needs to propel the story and it needs to propel the characters. Two, I want to give it props for some of its more daring elements, like the fact that they actually made the two leads end up together much quicker than in your typical shoujo anime. They made other characters that aren't the main characters actually hang out with other characters and form bonds and relationships with them. And lastly, for the fact that they even address teen sex in this anime. Something that I rarely see touched upon in any anime. And finally, the characters, most of which I thoroughly enjoyed, and all of them got some worthwhile development. No character felt out of place, no character felt pointless, they all served a purpose to each other and to the story. As a sucker for romance, I truly got a kick out of Mei and Yamato's really cute and touching relationship. I loved how it grew throughout the entire series. I loved the cute, small, tender moments that they share. In fact, some of my favorite moments between them are the silent moments that they shared, as they spoke more volume than any words that they could utter to each other. I also loved not only how they grew closer together, but how they developed as characters, really growing from the start of the anime by the end of the anime, learning a lot about each other and learning a lot about themselves in the process. A relationship is supposed to bring out the best in people, and it truly shows in Mei and Yamato's relationship. It does have a lot of rocky areas here and there, but what relationship doesn't? And that keeps the relationship on its toes, and it makes it more compelling, and it makes you root for them to come back together. But if I'm to be completely honest with you guys, the best characters in this anime aren't the two leads. It's actually the side characters. The side characters were far more profound, much more enthralling, and have way more darker backstories than the two leads. In fact, sometimes I wish that some of the side characters would be the main characters. My personal favorite was Eiko. Now she starts off as a total bitch in the anime and you just hate her right off the bat. But once you learn her backstory and how she dealt with her insecurity about the way that she looked and how she was cheated on and all that stuff, you get a lot of insight on this character and her psyche, and it makes her just so freaking fascinating. And I did like her growth throughout the anime, although I do have one major problem with that growth. But overall, her character was great. I love this character. If this character got her own series, I would watch it in a heartbeat. Another standout character to me was Megumi, a magazine model and Mei's main adversary in the anime. I found the character so enthralling, and she is a master manipulator in this anime. I was quite impressed by her actions. Very deceitful, yet she came off as charming and cute. And although you kinda grow to hate her throughout the anime, by the end, you kinda come around to liking her, and she becomes rather sympathetic as you learn a lot about her past and why she has this sort of facade that she puts on throughout the entire series. I liked her. I found her quite endearing, and I liked the resolution that her character had by the series end. In fact, out of all the side characters, she's the only one with a fully realized character arc, which is such a damn shame since the anime has so many great side characters. You would think that they would treat them all very equally and give them all fully realized character arcs. But unfortunately, that's not the case, and also unfortunately, now I must delve into some of the issues I found with Say I Love You. As stated moments ago, my biggest problem with the anime is that many of the great side characters throughout the series didn't get fully realized character arcs. They get a good introduction, you understand what their personalities are like, you know what their backstory is, but the middle and end of their character arcs are completely rushed or bypassed. One of the biggest guilty parties of this was Eiko. Now, I still found the character to be quite fascinating, but they completely dropped the ball when it came to her evolution throughout the series. She starts off kind of like the main adversary for Mei, kind of leading to Mei growing as a character, helping her grow as a character. And we learn a lot about her backstory and what her relationship with Yamato was like in the past, which was very emotional and physical. But when it came to her pulling a 180 on her personality and starting to root for Mei, it kind of came out of nowhere. Like, all of a sudden, she's just like, yeah, I'm rooting for you, Mei, and your relationship with Yamato, when the last time we saw her, she's like, I'm not gonna lose. I will not lose to Mei. When did she go from I'm not gonna lose to Mei to you go, Mei, you go, be with Yamato, I'm rooting for you, you're my best friend? I wanted to see this evolution of her being Mei's adversary to being her friend. And also, she kind of hooks up with another person in the anime, which kind of came out of nowhere. Like, how did they build this bond between them? Why does she now kind of care for this guy? You know, they would have been nice to actually see like a side story following her as she spends time with this one guy and they build a relationship with each other and she's slowly starting to move on from Yamato. That would have been an interesting story to see. As for side characters whose arcs get completely bypassed, we have Asami, the only genuine friend Mei has throughout the entire series, who's always there to support people. And I won't lie, this character started off pretty strong, having some ties to Yamato, having feelings for Yamato, and being very insecure about her body, most specifically her breast size. And it would have been very fascinating to see her kind of come to terms with her body and having these big boobs and accepting herself for who she is and finding someone who also accepts her for who she is, besides the fact that she has big boobs. And they sort of do that in episode 2, but it's so rushed. And by the time the episode ends, she's apparently already in a relationship with this one guy named Kenji who always ogles at her tits. But the thing is, they don't have a clearly defined romance. They don't have a clearly defined relationship, and I never really bought it. It kind of just felt forced to me. Had the anime gone out of its way to actually form some sort of convincing bond and chemistry between the two characters, I may have bought their relationship. But as it stands, we were only given 2 episodes with these characters, and there wasn't a single moment that they actually spent with each other. And it never really seemed like Asami really cared about Kenji. It was more of a pity yes, like, yeah, I'll start dating you because you like my boobs, and I just don't like that. I don't buy that whatsoever. Another problem I found with the anime dealing with the character was this character, Kai. Now, I won't give too much away about this character as I don't want to ruin it for people who have yet to see the anime, but my problem with this character actually doesn't come from his development, which I thought was good, or his backstory, which I thought was pretty interesting, or his relationship with other characters. My problem is the fact that they kind of make him fall for Mei, and I don't think that was entirely necessary, especially since it doesn't really lead anywhere. It doesn't lead to any growth with the characters, it doesn't lead anywhere in the story. In fact, it's quickly forgotten. So it made me ask myself, why even make the character fall for Mei if he kind of gets over it and doesn't even bring it up again throughout the entire series? It honestly felt like pointless dramatic tension with no real purpose or meaning and leads nowhere. And the last thing I'll bring up about Say I Love You is pretty much a petty nitpick. It doesn't detract from the anime, but it did frustrate me by the anime's end. And that's the fact that after 13 episodes of seeing this romance blossom and grow, we did not get to hear Mei say the phrase, I love you. And that freaking angered me. The one thing that she had to do by the end of the anime was tell Yamato, I love you. And I know many of you are going to say, oh, actually, Tony, she did say I love you. That was literally the last line of the anime. Yeah, it was the last line of the anime, but she did not say that. She did not say it. She thought it. And there's a big difference between thinking out loud and saying it out loud. But overall, guys, besides the few issues I found here and there, I thoroughly enjoyed watching Say I Love You. I was fully invested in the romance, I liked the drama, and I enjoyed the characters. And I will say that this is definitely a shoujo romance that is worth watching. go check it out. But as always, guys, I'm not the end-all be-all opinion when it comes to Say I Love You. I would love to know what you guys thought about this anime as well. Did you absolutely adore it? Is it your favorite shoujo romance of all time? Or is it very boring, dull, you didn't like the characters and you just couldn't get into it? Let me know, what is an anime that you saw where you found the side characters far more compelling than the main characters? Comment below, let me know, and do stay tuned tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Shoujo-Cast. We're gonna be talking Kiss Him, Not Me, and romance and a bunch more. Really excited to join these ladies to talk about my favorite genre of anything, film, anime, TV, what have you. So super excited to do that. And then also tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be part of the live show Beyond the Credits once again. And we're gonna be talking about all things Oscars. So get excited for that. And as always, guys, if you'd like to see more videos on this channel, be a part of the Black Critic crew, please hit that subscribe button below. Like this video if you really enjoyed it. And I'm Tony Watt II, the supreme lover known as the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.
Yes.